Hello and welcome to the Engerati studio. I'm Rose Bundock, Head of Commercial Content. Marc Delandre joins me now, General Secretary of the G3 PLC Alliance. Marc, thank you for joining us. I know you wear two hats. Your other hat is with Enedis, French DSO, where you're Director of the Metering Division. If we can focus our conversation on smart meters as an intelligent grid node. Obviously, we began with one use case and now the applications is expanding. What's the experience at Enedis?
First of all, thanks a lot for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Enedis is a French DSO, the main DSO in France. We have about 35 million customers. And a few years ago, we decided to do the rollout of smart meters. And we thought only smart metering. But now we used to say that it's not only smart meters, but the first step of smart grid. We have in the field today about 10 million smart meters, Linky smart meters, using G3 PLC. We have an ongoing rollout, and we will have by the end of 2021 about 35 million Linky meters in the field. And they are used not only for smart metering, but for network services to detect outage on the network, to improve the reliability of the network, to have better voltage information, and so on. That's why we have good news for the payback time. As you know, it's a very big investment for us. We have decided to invest 5 billion euros. At the beginning, we thought the payback time would be about 20 years, but the good surprise is that it will be between 5 and 7 years. So very good payback time, thanks to many benefits on the network.
We're talking in the low voltage network. Yeah. Can you give us some examples of those benefits?
Some example of the benefits, for instance, before Linky, before smart meters, we were blind on the network. And when we had a call of a customer saying, oh, I don't have any more electricity in my house, what's happening? We had to send a guy in the field to check the network and to check the installation of the customer. Today, with a smart meter, when we have the customer on the phone, remotely, we can check the line and we are able to say to the customer if the issue is on the public network or if the issue is on the customer side. So we don't have to move. And we save time and we save money.
And from the customer perspective, what other applications are coming to the fore for smart meters?
The main application for the customer is full and very detailed information on his energy consumption thanks to a free application on a website. The customer gets a login and a password, and he has all the detailed information about his energy consumption, and he can save energy, and energy means money. For instance, if he has electric heating system or air conditioning heating systems, thanks to Linky smart meters, he can save up to 10 to 15, between 10 and 15% on the energy bill. So it's good news for the customer. And this is not taken into account in the benefits of Enedis. It's on the customer side. Benefits for the customer. It's a kind of upside benefits.
How is Enedis developing behind the meter services? For example, if the customer wants to sell their rooftop solar back into the grid, or if they want to sell power from their EV battery?
It depends on the regulation in the country. In France, we have decided full connection of all the customers to the network. Even if they do have renewables, electric cars, and so on. And thanks to this, the customer gets the information either on a cell phone, on a website, and so on. And with the Linky smart meter, it's possible for the customer to have new kind of tarification developed by energy supplier. Tarification including, for instance, a special price for charging on electric car, or a new kind of agreement with the energy supplier to take into account photovoltaic electricity generation.
We're here in Turkey. Obviously, they're beginning the smart meter journey. What lessons would you bring from Enedis' experience to Turkey?
I would say two things. First of all, the know-how about the technology, all the applications for smart grids and so on. And regarding Enedis, Enedis is a DSO. We are well aware of the constraint of a network operator, and we used to develop common rollout with other utilities in the world. Today, Enedis is working with other European countries, but also, for instance, with Egypt utility. It's not far away from here. And perhaps in a few weeks, we are today negotiating an agreement with SEC, the Saudi Arabia company, to do a joint rollout of smart meters in this country. It will not be exactly the same smart meter as in France, because they have to be adapted to the climate, to the temperature and so on. But the functionalities and the services should be almost the same.
And what type of applications do you envisage they will be using it for?
The main application, first it's a smart meter, then it's also smart grid monitoring. Grid monitoring is very important. And if you compare a grid today and a grid 10 or 20 years ago, at the beginning we had only a big power plant generation using either coal or nuclear power plants. But today we do have many renewable in the field. It's growing whatever the country. And I heard yesterday at the first session of this event that the country in Turkey you want to develop renewable, and we have to take this into account on the network. It's more difficult to manage a network when you have not only energy consumers but also generation in many different points of the network. So it's very important. And within Enedis, we have a solution with Linky and with G3 PLC communication.
Thank you, Marc. Thank you for your insights. Thanks for joining us. You can watch plenty more of our videos on smart meters, G3 PLC, on our YouTube channel. Thank you.